Well, guys, rough start to the week, right? Happy Monday, by the way. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in, as every index except for the Dow is in the red, right? And the Dow's barely up. I mean, look, it's up 0.06%. This could easily flip red later today, as the S&P is down about 0.25% and the Qs and the Russell are each down about 0.75%. And don't get it twisted. I mean, it's not a terrible day for stocks, but we are seeing a lot of selling, especially in the AI names like Micron, SanDisk, AMD, Taiwan Semiconductor. All these stocks are down, so we have to break down the charts. What I'm doing, as Nvidia's earnings are in 2 days, am I buying up these AI stocks? Am I loading the boat? We have a lot to cover. So guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my actual portfolio updates, my private Discord that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and let's dive into it. So the red that we saw on Friday is essentially continuing into this week. You guys can see again, the S&P, looking at SPY, is down just about 3/4 or one, or can I do my math today, guys? About 0.3 to 0.4%. It's actually slipping even more as I'm making this video. It looks like we're down, about 0.3 to 0.4%. And earlier in the day, we were actually down even more. Not too bad though. We hit 734 on SPY, but yeah, the red from Friday is continuing, right? And rightfully so, considering how overbought the stock market got. And now we're seeing the 30-year Treasury yield creeping over 5% for the first time in a little bit, right? And it's been steadily going up. You guys, I'm sure I've been paying attention to the 30-year. That's been going up ever since the Iran conflict popped off, right? Which now definitely puts pressure on President Trump, right? What are we going to do in Iran? With Iran, if we continue on here in this conflict with, let's say it goes on for many more months, that's going to put more pressure on, obviously, inflation. Oil prices will continue to go up, and that's obviously reflected in the 30-year, and that will probably go up, continue to go up as well, and that puts a lot of pressure on the president, because it's directly correlated pretty much with the start of this conflict, the uncertainty, oil prices going up, and inflation pressures going up, which clearly now are being shown in the CPI data. So it's like it's putting a lot of pressure on Trump. Like I said, will he pull back on this Iran situation? Now is he more inclined to, I guess, quote unquote, resolve it, end it? I think it's going to end pretty soon here, man, because the cracks are starting to show in the bond market. Again, inflation, there's only so much more that the economy can handle, and midterms are coming up, right? Trump does not want to see inflation through the roof, CPI hitting new highs every single month, month after month after month, heading into, the midterms. That's the last thing he wants. And clearly that's where we're headed now if this conflict does not get resolved, right? And now with Kevin Warsh in, you know what I mean? It's going to be a whole new ball game, right? And pretty much interest rate cuts, they're out the window. They're not happening anytime soon. In 26, forget about it. Even in 2027, man, who knows how the interest rate cut landscape is going to look now if we continue to see this conflict drag on, oil prices stay elevated, they continue to go up, right? It's going to get ugly, guys. It's going to get ugly, and that's being reflected a little bit in equities today, as again, we're slipping across the board and we're going down more and more as I'm making this video. And by the way, Brent crude oil is now at 111 a barrel, up around 2%. Same with WTI. It's at 103, up around 2%. And equities just keep getting hit. Not badly. It's not terrible. It's just a pullback, but it's what's happening here in real time. You know what I mean? And now we're breaking under the 50 moving average on SPY on the 4-hour time frame. And who knows, maybe we start trickling down a little more towards that 180 moving average. Same thing here on the Qs. The Qs broke through, all-time highs, 720 last week. Now we're seeing another red day, down 0.9, almost 1% now. We're slipping even more as the video here is progressing. And we're under the 50 moving average for the first time in a couple of weeks here, right? Ever since, for the first time, we're under this moving average since the beginning of April. So this could potentially bring the Qs down a little bit more, but honestly, I don't think it's going to come down all the way to the 180 SMA. I think ultimately Nvidia's earnings and big tech overall rebound here pretty soon. I don't think the Qs have another $40 drop in them, quite frankly, but could they trickle down to 680, 685, 690? Totally as part of this pullback, that could be in the cards. So at this point, again, it's not a full-blown crash, obviously, right? We're just seeing a pullback. It's healthy, and a lot of these names are coming down. Micron is now down 7% on the day, and a lot of people were swearing it wasn't going to pull back. Get in now. It's not going to pull back. And I was saying, guys, it's going to pull back. Wait for it, and here we are. This is exactly what I was talking about. Micron now is well under the 50 SMA. We're down to 675, so we're down from all-time highs now about 18%. 20%'s a bear market, by the way. So Micron is almost in a bear market, guys, and the closer it gets to this 180 moving average, the closer the RSI gets to 30, under 30 here on the 4-hour time frame, the more this is a screaming buy. It just is, right? When it comes to memory, I'm looking at only Micron at this point. I was looking at SanDisk, I was looking at other names, I was looking at DRAM, but I much rather just buy Micron here, especially as the chart gets more and more attractive. And look, the last time we've seen major pullbacks in the stock was the last time was back in March, April. It pulled back from $500 pretty much to about $305, and it ripped, right? So I think if this comes down anywhere near 600, especially the high 500s, oh my goodness, it's a smash buy. And I'm waiting for it, guys, and I'm even tempted to buy a little bit here, but I'm gonna hold off. It's a falling knife. We're not seeing any signs of support, and it could be a good time to DCA, but I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I might nibble a little bit, but for the most part, for the bulk of my buys, I'm gonna wait until the mid 600s, low 600s, if it gets there, and if I miss it, it is what it is. It happens. But, this is what I was talking about when it comes to a pullback. Same thing on SanDisk, right? It's coming down near the 180 moving average. Very healthy pullback. It's at 1280 right now, down about 8.5% on the day. We're down now from all-time highs about 25%. So SanDisk's already in a bear market. Micron's on the cusp, right? And I think SanDisk anywhere from, again, $1,100, $1,200, $1,250. I think it's a decent ad, especially if you're a trader, if you're looking at momentum. I think it's solid. The RSI is coming down to 37 right now on SanDisk. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. We've shaken out a lot of the weak hands, if you will. That's a good sign in the short term. Let's see what else is moving down. DRAM obviously is the memory ETF that's coming down about 5% today. That's a way to play the overall space. Not a bad play if you want to have a diversified memory ETF. DRAM solid. We can see other stocks like AMD. They're not down much, but they are down about 2%, 2.5% on the day, breaking through the 50 moving average and potentially coming down towards this 180 SMA. I doubt it gets all the way down to 340, 350, but it could trickle down a little bit more towards that moving average. Same thing here with TSM. TSM's actually at the 180 moving average. Honestly, this looks pretty good. Right now, it's at 390, down about 3% on the day. Stocks like Broadcom are also moving down. AVGO is the ticker. We're right by that 180 moving average on Broadcom here. And LRCX, Lam Research, is one that I've been buying up. Lam Research is down another 3%. I bought some at 283. Now it's at 275. I'm looking at average down a little bit as it's right by the 180 moving average. I love this chart. I think out of all these charts, guys, Lam Research looks the best. It might not have the most upside, but when it comes to more downside, I think it has the least downside. left out of all these stocks, especially when it comes to Micron and SanDisk. I think those have more downside potentially than Lam Research. I think Lam Research, honestly, could be nearing the bottom. I don't want to call it too prematurely here, but I think 260, 270 is the bottom for Lam Research, so I'm looking to buy more here at 275. That's what I'm doing, though. What are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'm curious kind of where your head's at. And Nvidia right now, on a side note, we'll do another video later on Nvidia, is also down about 2.5%, coming closer to the 50 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. Very nice pullback on Nvidia heading into earnings. And you guys know my thoughts on Nvidia. I think it's a great company, obviously. I think the stock's going to 275, 300 in the back half of the year. And I think it's anybody's best guess what it's going to do after earnings. But I do love the setup here. It's as bullish as ever, right? The fact that we cleanly broke out of 210, that's very bullish for the stock. And I'm excited, man. So for me, I think a lot of these are by the dips. Be patient, though. Slowly scale in. That's what I would do. DCA. And as of now, I'm in Nvidia and Lam Research out of all these. And I'm eyeing up a re-entry in Micron. What are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to be more, in tune with what I'm actually doing in my portfolio, you get my real-time trades, my investments, my options moves, all through Patreon, right? And you actually get access to my private Discord as well. That's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys in there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day.